Take extra lights, dress warmly, because it's going to be cold. I should say we're going back in the freezer now. Oh, John's pie is going up into the mouth. This is a spot we've got to remember. This is the weirdest ride I've ever done.
What's wrong with this picture? It's an early Tuesday morning on a Southern California freeway. Did aliens abduct all the cars and drivers? Did someone wave a magic wand and clear the highways just for us? No, it's just the 4th of July, and we've never seen it like this. I think we just started a new tradition. We have 3 weeks before we need to be back home again. Let's focus our time on friends, family, and as many bike rides as we can squeeze in.
He said the flags are not edible. Levining. Whoa. It's all happening at the courthouse. Look at that. Oh yeah. We are now at Sonora Bridge, where we have stayed before, and it's just a couple miles from where Jon has a meeting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And today is the 4th of July. There are vault toilets, trash, fire rings, picnic table, and this beautiful smell of pine trees. And it's only 82 degrees, whereas down in Bishop it was 96. There's just a little bit of road noise down here where this is Highway 108? Highway 108 that goes over Sonora Pass. I have to tell Jon when I'm talking to myself. I haven't shared what we're doing this week, or this next 3 weeks actually. We came home from our trip back east a week early because, well, a number of things. Well, we have friends coming in from New Zealand, and they did. And we spent a few days with them, but we also had some repair work that we needed to do. One of the things was the toilet, the ball, let's see, there's a valve, some sort of a ball valve on the toilet that was leaking. And so every time you flush, liquid would get into the shower bottom. Ew. So we got that fixed at the dealer. And the beauty about buying a rig from the dealer we did is that they will get you in. They've always gotten us in within a matter of days, whereas I hear these horror stories from people that they have to wait sometimes months. The guy that changes our oil also rotated the tires, and then we had to have them balanced, which he does not do. So we took it to a tire place. And unfortunately, when Jon asked them to put on new windshield wiper blades, they probably cracked the windshield. And we weren't sure, they weren't sure if they had done it. I kind of think they did, but anyway, they didn't charge us for the blades or the balancing, but that means we need another windshield probably sometime in the fall. But right now it's just a slowly growing crack, and we already had that little ding that we'd gotten on our trip back east. So we'll just keep an eye on it and then get that changed when we, at some point. That was a beautiful night's sleep last night. Temperatures got down to the low 50s. Perfect sleeping weather. And the other thing I forgot to mention yesterday, John, was that we had replaced the chassis battery.
Yes.
Because it was almost 7 years old, and our mechanic said it was about half down, which is a good time to change it. You don't want to get stuck somewhere.
Williamson River Campground is located off Highway 97, 35 miles north of Klamath Falls. It is a U.S. Forest Service facility but sits just a few miles down a dirt road from the Collier Memorial State Park Campground. On September 7th, 2020, a fire broke out causing extensive damage to the state park campground. It has since been rebuilt. The U.S. Forest Service campground escaped unscathed. The Logging Museum received only minimal damage, losing only one of the rare McGiffert log loaders and the historic Bear Flat store.
That's a bit deceiving because Collier is full, but Williamson River Campground is not. Amazing. I wonder what year this fire was. Because we were here, what do you think, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? This is interesting because Collier's burned down, although we'll have to go check it out. It's probably not completely burned out, but this is really nice back here. There's a trail right there. There we go. $10, $5 with your senior access pass. Trail that we're going to take tomorrow. We can take our mountain bikes on it. It goes down to the Logging Museum.
That's right.
The camp host said that the fire burned this out Labor Day of 2020. Yeah, 2020. And we might have been here that summer. We've been here a couple times, not to this campground. We've always stayed at the state park campground. But she did say you can, if you need to dump your tanks, you can do it at the state campground. No problem. So that's good to know. And it should be nice and quiet, and we'll have a good night's sleep. Beautiful morning. Nice cool night. 54 degrees right now. And we're gonna go for a bike ride. Collier State Park, 1.3 miles. Okay, that's where we're going. This is the dump station that she said we can use. Excellent. Brand new. So we'll shower and then we'll come here and dump. This section got burned. They charge $40 now for non-residents. Wow. Don't go here, go to Williamson for $5. fun. Now we're gonna take a shower and hit the road. And I'll show you my new shower head. Well, actually, I'll show it to you after I use it and make sure it works well. So this is my new shower head. It's obviously a spray for like a kitchen sink. And I think it's gonna be awesome, but we'll know in a minute.
So how do you like the new shower head?
I love it. Works really well. Doesn't have any leakage, and it probably wastes a lot less water than a regular shower head. I've never seen one like that before. Have you? I'll put my foot on it.
Just lightly though. Just
Yeah.
lightly.
Seems like a better design. It's actually downhill. Wow. Well, it's not Shasta, it's not Rainier, it's, I don't know what it is.
9 miles north of Redmond, Oregon is a rest area that shouldn't be missed. It's the Peter Skeen Ogden State Scenic Viewpoint, providing incredible views of the 500-foot deep Crooked River Gorge and the 3 bridges that span its width.
Look at that.
The gorge was formed over 1 million years ago when the Newberry volcano erupted and poured lava into the Crooked River Canyon.
Oh, look at that down there. Something crashed down there, John. John's going to demonstrate how you hold a 360 camera. We were here. We don't remember when, but it's been in the last 6 years we've been here. But as John points out, I didn't have a 360 camera then. It's 89 degrees.
Feels hotter.
Plenty warm for us. And now we're heading on to, we think we're going to spend the night in a rest area in Washington State.
Back in May, as we headed out on our cross-country trip, we detoured north toward western Washington in the hopes of one last visit with my cousin. But it was not to be, as he died before we were able to reach him. So now we're heading to his funeral to say goodbye. In a sense, he was my bridge across time because he was much older than I and grew up near our grandparents, so I often mined his memory for family lore and photos. My reason for sharing this is not for anyone's sympathy, but rather to encourage you to contemplate the time you have left. Make those detours, collect those stories, even if it's just a note on a scrap of paper or a name on the back of a photograph.
We're on Highway 26 heading toward Portland, and we just found this little pull-off. It's got an interesting trail and some cyclists keep riding by, so we may check it out. But the traffic out there is horrible. We're going to wait a few hours because we don't want to get to the rest area too early. Tollgate Campground. This is a spot we've got to remember. This is really cool back here. Oh, wow. Look at those trees. Man. What a cool structure this is. Isn't this cool? Is that a parade? It must be a parade. It's not a parade. They're selling cotton candy. Going over the Columbia River. Welcome to Washington. Rest area camping again. Yeah. The guy in front of us is still there though. Oh, we got the U-Haul next to us. Oh, there's a van. Another van. that rollover. Oh, it's a Tacoma trailer. Tacoma Narrows.
Our next stop is just a few hours away to visit a couple who have felt like second parents to me. Bob was my first geology professor in college, and his wife Grace is the nicest person you could ever meet. We'll spend a night at their place, pitch in with a little yard work, and supply some pie and whipped cream.
Oh, there it is, right there, 10.
Other cousins and sisters. I have a granddaughter here somewhere, but we have 2 other.
Oh, John's pie is going up into the mouth.
Flip it this way so that it goes like that. Yeah. Oh.
Dad gonna come out? He's fighting with batteries.
Oh my God, there's no pie in there.
Nope, it's all whipped cream.
I started out with plates, and then I saw
Blackberry
the
pie.
It had these berries oozing out
Locally
of it.
grown.
I thought,
What?
well, there's
Locally
a
grown
good
blackberries.
bowl.
It's a pile we made over there.
Yes, we
Beautiful
did.
Pile. It's a beautiful pile. Man, that's a good looking pile.
And away we go. I don't think the crack has grown anymore. I think it's about the same. Tacoma Dome. It is 8 p.m. We are exhausted. We tried to get a spot at this campground here. What was it called? I don't know, some campground in the forest, but there's people camped all along this road that parallels Interstate 90. So we just pulled over and we're gonna park it right here. And the river is right over there. There's another car right there. This is a road, but the road is closed, so we're gonna park here. It's like we're waking up to a medieval forest.
Here comes your knight in shining armor.
We are going to go on a bike ride this morning. It's supposed to be, so we are in, we're on this Forest Service road and we're heading to Spokane, but I found this bike ride, just, I don't know, it's probably a mile from here or so. And it goes through the Snoqualmie tunnel, which is like 2.3 miles. So we're going to do that. People say, take extra lights, dress warmly, because it's going to be cold. But down in Spokane, it's going to be like 96 today. So we're going to drag our feet getting there and stay in the mountains as long as possible. There's a rest area somewhere along the route where we can dump our tanks, and I think we'll shower too. And it's going to be a beautiful day.
Road closed.
Road closed.
Road
Does it
closed.
say anything?
There's somebody lost their puppy.
Oh.
So there was a missing puppy. And then, typical graffiti.
Oh.
Your mother wear army boots. That
Some
type
trash
of
too.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Nice road though. You get past that and you're in a Jeep
Oh, or on a bicycle.
or a bicycle. That's a nice road.
People just park along the side and they set up their tents in little flat areas down here. And there are the tents over there on the left. This area is just loaded with hiking trails too. Yeah. Fun. The whole city down there. Now headed to the trailhead for the John Wayne Pioneer Trail. Park Trail, Snow Park Camping. tunnel. Uh-oh, see. Got our pass. We're ready to go. Got our headlamps. We got lamps on the bike. I think we're good to go.
Good to go.
What's up?
There's a rear wheel that needs attention.
His axle came out.
So I'm going to check yours at the same time.
Okay. Electric trains from Seattle and Tacoma carried skiers up to Snoqualmie Ski Bowl, where Hiraeth now stands. The journey took 2 hours from Seattle and 2.5 from Tacoma and was the only way to get here. That would have been cool. The temperature just dropped 20 degrees and we're gotta go 2.3 miles or something like that. It's gonna be cold. Get the light on. Could I turn this one on? Where's the button? Is it there? There? No, it's there. That one flashes. Is this one not flashing? I don't want to flashing.
It's not flashing.
Okay. Oh, this is the low beam. I'm going to turn on high beam. There we go. Okay. Oh boy.
Mine's a primitive model.
Oh, there it is. 2 miles of frigid air and darkness. It's dark and cold. Whew. And oh, it's cold.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. I don't know how far we've gone. I wish they'd mark it. But all you see is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is the weirdest ride I've ever done. Howdy. Almost there. That's cool. Whoa. Whew. There's a waterfall over here. You can look at. I gotta thaw out. My hands are freezing. Snoqualmie Tunnel. 19. Does that say 1914? 1912 to 1914. You can hear 90s pretty loud. But look at that bridge up there. That is amazing. Oh, the waterfall. Oh, there's some hikers up there. Let's stop and see what this is. Check this out. Huh. So that structure was because of avalanches. Protected them from the avalanche. A snow shed, they called it.
The March 1st, 1910 avalanche at Stevens Pass is still the deadliest avalanche in U.S. history. 2 westbound trains, a passenger and a mail train, en route from Spokane to Seattle, were sidelined for days in Wellington as workers tried to clear the line. Eventually, 27 passengers chose to walk down the mountain to Scenic in their street clothes. They survived. The avalanche struck at 4 a.m., killing 35 passengers and 61 railroad employees, with the last of the bodies not retrieved until late July. The event changed railroading in the Cascades and resulted in the creation of snow sheds and even a 7.8-mile tunnel through the mountains that is still in use today.
So we're heading back, and it's all uphill. break time. Time for a cookie.
Mookie cookie.
Jon just found this piece of insulator, or I don't know what it goes on, one of those high tension wire things. It was made in June 22 of '09. Going back in the tunnel now. I should say we're going back in the freezer now. You want your rear light on? Are you okay? Okay, here we go, guys. Someone's on the left, Jon. Hi. Only 1.7 miles to go. Thank goodness for that Reflectix tape. Deceiving. What I thought was the tunnel light was actually flashlights. But I can't see the light, it's just really far away. Just see some people at near the entrance. They look really small. There we go. Wow. Whew. There he is. Oh, starting to sprinkle. Do you feel that? You timed that perfectly. 12.78 miles. That was a fun ride. If you're claustrophobic or you don't like dark, confined spaces, this is not for you. Now we're off to Spokane. This is traffic going back to Seattle after a long weekend, I guess.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up.
There's a dump station at the rest area, so we are going to take advantage. Who are the morons that leave their gloves at a dump station? Really? Seriously. We went from the high 60s to 94 degrees. Let's go back to the mountains.
In 90 minutes, yeah.
Yes, in just a few minutes, really. I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but in the All Stays app, if you filter for just rest areas, you can then find out whether there is a dump station at a particular rest area. We have arrived in Spokane and it's 100 degrees. Oh joy. We'll see how long we can last before we just have to bail. This is where we're spending the night, unless my brother tells me I have to move, but it's nice and shady. He's got an electric there. He's got water somewhere. We need some water. We are empty.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?